are you? I'm excited today because there's been a resurgence of interest in my watercolor blooms. A couple of years ago, I did a watercolor bloom recipe with my Wattco, and I really thinned it out. And because you know how I love, this is not like the greatest example, but I just wanted to show you. Like the layers that look like watercolors throughout. So it's not necessarily just easy to do. And there's some tips and tricks. So number one, I'm so glad that people are starting to really love this like flowy look and not always look for the cells. There's people really doing it. I think Stacy Dolan, she's been jumping on the watercolor train, and I love it. So you guys have asked me about my recipe with Wattco. Now I decided to actually just do it with my regular bloom recipe because not everyone can get the Wattco lacquer. This is bothering me here. So I figured I would just try it with my regular bare 8300 recipe, but just thinned down a bit. So instead of a 3-second trace, which I normally look for, I do a 2-second trace. I'll show you in a minute me quickly mixing up the paints. However, let's talk about what makes a watercolor bloom a watercolor bloom. Layering of paints and the opacity of paints is very important. For watercolor blooms, excuse me, you don't want to use any opaque paints. And for this case, I'm not even gonna use semi-opaque or semi-transparent, which you can, but I just wanna keep it as simple as possible. So the problem is, so first of all, how to know. For instance, this TriArt, it says opacity T, transparent. Something like a golden, they have the square that's empty, transparent. The problem is, I don't think there's a light paint that is transparent, because with the light paints, like the turquoises or the light yellows or light pinks, they add white to it to lighten it up. So you have to stay with darker colors, or as well as do piggies. So piggies are transparent except for the opaque neons, or maybe they're semi-opaque, whatever. They're just not transparent, the neons, but the rest are. So today we are gonna do this. And I also mixed up, I hope this works. You know how I love this Old Holland, the Old Holland gold paints? I made a cell activator out of it. I don't know if it's gonna work. So when you mix up metallic cell activators, they're pretty thick as it is. And is it gonna work with my flowy watercolor bloom? I don't know. Let's discuss what I'm gonna do. I have 2 interference paints. I have TLP Velvet and Twinkle, which you can't tell right now, but I'll show you the difference and what we're going for. I have TLP Sea Glass. This is gonna be the layering of my watercolor bloom. I have Diox Purple. I have TLP Tail Feather. And then I have the Phthalo Turquoise. I think maybe I'll top it with the purple instead, and then the gold cell activator on top. We'll see if that works. But I wanted to show you, after I show you how I mix up the paints really quick, like let's talk about, let's look at when they're all stretched out, because that's what you want for a watercolor bloom. You want to see the layers of the paint. So let's see if I can recreate that even before I do the bloom. Be right back. Okay guys, so I'm gonna mix up these 3 fluids. I've put only a little bit of the bare 8300 in here. So in this 4-ounce cup, I would say just an ounce. All right. Now, you know, we're not really gonna measure, but I do know I want these thinner than normal. So I might even go 1-to-1. We'll see. And if you're using 2 paints, you're gonna have to put even less. But let's see if I like this consistency. All right, do that with my left hand. All right, so let's see. If I want about a 2-second trace, rather, look at how intense that color is. TriArt, such a good brand. All right, so I'm gonna see how we're doing. So this is, I might thin it out. It is a little thinner, sorry, than my normal. You can still see a trace. 1, 2. I might thin it out even a little bit more. So I'll just give it a little squirt, just like that. I'll do a close-up of what I'm looking for, but see, it's thinner. So 1, 2 instead of 3. So we're looking for 2 seconds. This is too thin for a regular bloom, but for watercolor blooms, it's good. So let's do the rest. Okay, it's good. And we'll do the phthalo turquoise. Good. All right. Mixy mix. See how we do. This one seems like it's a little better. Okay, yeah. A little thin for a bloom, but perfect for watercolors. All right, let's have some fun. I don't really have a big plan, but you know how I love backgrounds for my blooms. This is, by the way, the color Navel. It's very similar to Anchors Away. I'm just gonna mix it up a bit. I don't really know I haven't really compared them side by side. I think it's a little lighter, but whatever. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm making a background, is I'm actually gonna pile this in the middle, okay? Because what I'm really doing is when I layer these paints, I just wanna show you what happens when you stretch them out and the cool effects you can get, okay? So if I take my velvet, okay? Just like that, all right? And then I take my Twinkle, which I just, so there's so many boublés, just pretend, okay? Take my Twinkle, we're gonna go like right on top, okay? And let's say I take my Sea Glass, okay? Let me put them out. Don't really have a, all right, and then I'll take this. I just want to show you how opacity, I still don't know which one it is, whatever, is working for us. Okay, so these are all transparent, okay? So now, if I start moving them and stretching them on top of each other, you will start to see the layers, hopefully. I probably should have put the darker one first, right, if I was smart. But I just love the look, here, let me put a bit more, of these stretched out things. Oops, okay. And you can really get cool backgrounds with this. I don't like all the boublés, but just ignore them. So, you can also spin, but I love when they fall all over each other and then they super stretch out. So this takes time. But this is just our lesson in layering and opacities. Get those boobs out. Okay. See how smooth the velvet is? Because I didn't mix that today. So that's really, you really do want to mix a day in advance. But look at what you start to get here, okay? I'm really gonna stretch it out. Now, this would actually be a nice back, and I could do something fun on this now if I wanted. Why not, right? So if I really stretch it out more, you would start to see the layers come through, but I kind of want to use this for something. Why don't I just do a little, bloom right there. I'm not even going to use the dark one. We'll keep it light. So why don't I go like this? Now remember, I'm not gonna get a lot of cells because my paints are quite thin, okay? Well, let's go back in with the, I'll just do like a little tiny bloom vine, okay? I'm gonna go in with the velvet, because I love her. And, should I do? Fine, I'll do a little bit of this blue. Now these, no, I'll do purple first. These are very intense, so just use a little bit. Okay, because we do want to stretch this out and make it, you know, very flowy. That's the goal. Here's the twinks. Okay. Oh, don't worry, that will come off. And I'm going to put a bit of the phthalo turquoise. Okay. And now let's just pray that the gold cell activator is going to work, but I'm loving these colors. Okay. Let's see here. We're going very gentle. Okay. Like, I don't care about cells. We're just going for shapes, although those cells are cute. Okay. Wow. This is a great cell activator. I know you're saying, what is going on? This doesn't look like anything, but it will once I take my little skewer. These cells are cute. Okay, and we still have to spin, keep in mind, okay? We're just doing like fun, flowy, stretchy. Do I want to do anything yet? I'm gonna wait till I spin it out, or do I? We can really do fun things if we want to, can't we? I don't know what I'm doing. But anyways, let's spin it out and see what shape she wants to be. Or should I stretch it out? Let's see. I think I'll spin for a bit. Now, watercolor blooms, you don't have to have a background to them. I just wanted to show you, you know, some fun opciones to do. All right, let's keep spinning. I like the cell activator at least. But you can, anyways, you can start to see what I'm saying about the background, I hope. All right, let's start tilting her down. Now that she's moving a bit better. Gotta be patient. All right, and let's start tilting her this way. These colors are fun. We're tilting. Tilting. I'm just gonna get this edge off here. Tilting. It's coming. You can fast forward, I suppose. Yeah, cool. We're going. I'm getting this full edge off. Anyways, that's just one fun way to do it. And now we will do another fun way. This is really cool. And the more you stretch out the background, but again, like that gets a little tricky, but the more you stretch it out, the cooler the layers will look. I'm super stretching this. So I really want you to see the layers. All right, I know she looks a little weird, but I promise you, it's kind of cool. Okay, hold on. Let me get this buble out. Buble out. Okay, now we can do what we want with her. Okay, I think we'll go like this. Yep. And You know, she's got a little under the sea vibe happening. All right. The colors are really cool. Okay, so let's do another one. That's the first thing. I just wanted to show you about layering and opacities and things like that. Why don't I do a close-up of her so you can see the colors? And then let's do something pretty. Be right back. Okay, let's do a real one. So I'm gonna just do like a regular bloom, but with these thinner paints, and I'm gonna blow a little differently because you don't want, as I said, full cell coverage. You want more of the layered look, okay? Let's see, do I have enough paint? Yeah. Okay. So, and I'm gonna try to put a little bit of paint. You know how hard that is for me. So we're gonna go, okay, so we have TLP Sea Glass. I'm gonna do a little bit of this. Okay. Then I'm gonna do, and you want the piggies on the outside. That also helps the flow, okay? Because since I'm not gonna blow through them, they're gonna like kind of dissipate and stuff and look pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna blow very gingerly. And you do want negative space. I probably should use a bigger one, but I wanted to make it very accessible for you guys. So this is just a 6-inch. Okay, I put only a little bit of Cell Activator. See, I'm catching it. In the places, I mean, this is Cell Activator, it's too good actually. But I just want to show you what it looks like when I don't catch the Cell Activator. Really, that's the look you're going for. All right. That's really cute. It's too cute. Let me do a close-up. So unfortunately I have to spin her out. I love the way she's looking, and we love those blown out edges. And I do love the Cell Activator. But luckily, hopefully, I don't think I put too much paint down, so I think we will have negative space. I bet on a 10-inch it would look really cute too. Isn't she a cutie patootie? And this is what we're looking for. And I'll do a close-up of this. But those layers coming through. I'm kind of inspired. I have to go bigger. I couldn't stop. Let's do the 12-incher and let's see the difference. You know, that the watercolor, hold on, is there a little bloopy? Yep, the watercolor effect has on a bigger one. So I'm gonna do the same thing where we're really, I'm gonna try, I love the cell activator, don't you? I'm gonna try to keep it simple. So let's see. Just making sure I have enough paint, which I think I do. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing, really simple. What did I do? Did I even use any interference colors? I don't know. Okay, let's see what happens. I don't think I did, but I probably should know. Okay, we have sea glass. Yep, check. We have Phthalo Turks. Okay. We have, I better move these when I spin. We have, this is called, you know what this is. Whatever it's called. Okay. And then, is that all I'm doing? Or am I gonna be wild? I don't know. You know what I should do? Because I'm wild. We're going around, okay, with some velvet. Then we're just gonna keep it really simple with a bit of this, just like that, okay? Now, remember, I wanna blow through the paints. I don't necessarily want that much cell activator. I want a bit, because it's interesting, but look at how tiny I'm gonna try. Let's see what I can do here. Blowing out the circle first. Do you see? Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, you can see the layers moving and happening, you know? Like you can see the depth of everything. Let me do a close-up. All right, these are the layers that I'm talking about. I love them. All right, let's fix it up. Okay, so don't worry about this. Has sat a while because I had to like clear out my phone, but don't worry, we are gonna get wonky cells because remember your paints are thinner, but like I love this. And I'm just gonna stretch it out this way. I'm not even spinning. We're gonna like make like a cool flowy shape somehow. Let me just pop this bubble that wants to go. There you go. Like, it's just so flowy, delightful, delicious. You know what I mean? Awesome. And that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for cells. We're looking for that magical layering that happens. And look, as I stretch it out, you're gonna see it even more. I'm just kind of going around. Oh yeah, it's just lovely. Okay, so this is gonna be super abstract, but this really will show the layers that I'm talking about that we're looking for. Just so pretty. I think I'm gonna stretch it out this way a little bit. I'm gonna lose this part, but I really want to showcase the transparency up here. Really pretty. Yeah, so let's get this down. Yes. Okay. Then I'm gonna stretch it down that way. Okay. I love super stretched out transparent paints. I just can't get over it. Right? So delightful. So now, once I get this corner off, I'm gonna bring it back up this way. Okay. Stretch it back. My memory's full, but look at this water lily. I stretched it out completely. You can see the amazing layers of these transparent paints. It is so flowy, and you don't need cells all the time. Look, I just love those layers. Let me know what you guys think of my watercolor blooms. Are you gonna try it? I think that they are so magical, and I'm so happy people want flowy, or hopefully they're gonna get into some